Hi guys. Just me and
Hi.
Ginger here. What this one's going to be about is it's going to be a tutorial on how to make a video using free software. Now, with this process, it's based upon my own personal preference on how I make videos. There's hundreds of ways to make videos. Just a couple of people sort of said that they were interested in how to make them, and I just thought I'd do a step-by-step process. I'll try and make it as short as possible. So to begin with, um, I'm going to share the screen. And Ginger here is going to ask questions where it's relative. Yeah. All right. So the three programs that I'm going to be using is one's called Audacity, which is the voice program. Then I'm going to be using Canva to upload the voice to, and then I'm going to be using VLC Media to view the video. So normally what I do is I get the inspiration to write about a topic um, that interests me, and I just do a little bit of a um, script that I can talk to you about, guys. And generally, I start with that script with "Hi guys, Kim here." So I'm just going to write that down to keep me straight. In fact, I'm going to make this bigger. I'm going to make this bigger so you can see the screen as I type it. All right, hi guys, Kim here. So in this instance, I'm going to talk about Kahu, which is it's the Hawaiian name. Oh, to Hawaii, the Hawaiian name for somebody that has a pet. They don't call themselves owners. Someone type that Hawaiian name for someone that has a pet. They do not consider themselves as owners of the animals. They consider themselves as guardians. And
Love that.
the thing I love about Hawaiian stuff is basically because a lot of it wasn't ever meant to be written, was never meant to be written down. That it's got this like, do you remember the movie Avatar where they had that section with that said like I see you, and
Mm,
it meant more than I see you. That's always the way I see the Hawaiian language. It's like got this whole embedded concept into a word, because a word isn't just a word, it's a whole embedded concept. So
it's
the
a feeling, it's a flow, it's an energy. There's
yeah,
something different, and we see it in the way that they move with their dance, and it's just very rhythmic and in that flow. It's very
yeah.
cool to watch. Yeah.
So
And
with
I
the
think their language is quite similar to their dance.
yeah, it's just being in it. It's just a now thing
Yes.
kind of thing. So with the Kahu, um, from what the Kahu means is it actually means when you've got a pet that you have a soul relationship with that pet. It's a
Okay.
it's a joint relationship. I mean, just seeing, and I know this wasn't in Hawaii, but joint relationship. So the other day, and I'm going to write this into the script because I would carry on. The other day, I was watching a friend of mine with her dog. Um, and I said to her that essentially her dog was a closer companion than even her family.
Oh, Couldn't agree more. People
Uh,
say they're family. They say they're like children. I think it's more than that. They feel like a reflection of us. You know,
yeah,
my family is reflected in my dogs. The
yeah,
personality of the dogs are reflected in the puppy that we have. You know, we had three dogs and then got a pup. And the pup exhibits the same energy, the same but then also acts like I'm told that the dogs act like me. And there's times when people take on like they look a little bit like their pet. Do you notice that?
yeah.
It's much more than a close family member. It's a reflection. They are here to guide.
And the other thing is because they're generally with you 24/7 if you're at home. Like not everybody's at home all the time, but generally all the time you're at home, they're there with you.
Yes.
Um, whereas even
And
family members aren't really that. I mean, they'll go out and they'll come back, or they'll go to school if they're children, and then they'll come back.
somebody
So
once said to me, it's a short story if I can tell it. They said, now put a family member in the trunk of a car, and then you be the one to let them out, and now put a dog in the trunk of a car and tell me who's happier to see you.
love it.
The dog, of course, you know,
Yeah,
unconditional love, unconditional forgiveness. You know, I do try and I aim for their vibration.
yeah. Well, all right. So that's what the contents of the video are. What we're going to do is now show you how we'd make a video out of that. So I'm going to jump over and open Audacity. Now with Audacity, I'm going to minimize that and I'm going to bring my script up next to it. So I've got my script there that I can scroll to and refer to. Um, and on this side, I've got Audacity. So this little red button here is what I'm going to record with. So, all right.
Brilliant.
Hi guys, Kim here. I wanted to talk about Kahu, which is the Hawaiian name for someone that has a pet. It's the Hawaiian name for the relationship. Um, they do not consider themselves owners of the animals. They consider themselves as guardians. And the Kahu relationship is a joint relationship. So it's like the choice on both parts to take this part of the journey or to go on this part of the journey with each other. Um, the other day, I was watching a friend of mine with her dog, and I said to her that essentially her dog was a closer companion to her than even to her family because they're there with you all the time. Well, she's a stay-at-home person because she's not very well, but the dog was just permanently next to her. Is always permanently next to her, regardless of whether she's in, out, walking about. Anyway, so the other thing with the Hawaiians is they've got this lovely energy in language, which one word says so much more than what our society perhaps recognizes in a similar way to they depicted the word. Do you remember the word I said? Oh, I see you in that movie Avatar, where they say I see you, and it sort of incorporates that they see your soul. So Kahu's like that. It's like a intensive relationship and a duty of care that you've got with that animal that you've entered into a soul relationship, a soul journey with that animal, and you're entrusted with their care for that duration of that journey. Anyway, that's Kahu. Thanks for listening. Ta-ta for now. So I'm going to press stop. I'm at 1 minute 58, I think. I'll click at
I
the
love
end.
your stories. I mean, I was always so happy to see new stories pop up on your channel. You know, you and I have been making some really fun videos but I love that you take the time and do all this, Kim, and now you're showing others how to do this. Everybody has a song to sing, and this is really beautiful.
Everybody has a song to sing, and that's the reason why I'm showing everybody. And the other thing I will say is that once I've finished with this process, if anybody chooses to make a video like this through this process, and I'm going to give you the links to all the things I use, um, by all means, post them in the comment and we'll watch them.
Yeah, I'd love to.
If anybody's got
That would be really cool.
any topics that they want to verbalize, I'd be more than happy to talk about it and give links out. And the next time Ginger and I get together, and if there's 3 or 4, who knows, we just play them or something.
And I love
Um,
learning from YouTube because if you don't catch it the first time, you just rewind and play it again, and then you go and do it, and you might need to rewind again. It's like, okay, I get it now. And so sometimes you might need a little more assistance, and other times, well, this is easy. I could show you a better way. I'm always curious to hear if there's easier ways of doing things also. So if
okay.
there's any kind of foolproof ways of getting the message out that you're aware of.
So, firstly, with my voice, it's actually quite quiet, and everybody complains about me being quiet. So, with this, I'm going to boost it a little bit. And in order to do that, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to go to select, and I'm going to go to select all. And then I'm going to go to effect, and you come down to volume and go down to amplify. And I'm just going to move this mouse a tiny little bit from like 7 to 9 or something. Yeah, 9.2 should be enough. So it just makes me a little bit louder. So I've got a very, very soft voice. So now I'm going to do this little bit of editing, and I'm just going to, it's only 2 minutes long. So it's not going to be a long editing process. So what I'm going to do is click here back at the beginning. So you notice this slide bar, we've got a slide bar here that'll take us at the bottom of the screen backwards and forwards. I'm coming to the beginning here, and I'm going to press play. And then when I get to a point where I want to edit something out, I'll explain how I'm going to do that. So for now, I don't even think I've got share sound on this operational. So I go. I'm sharing the sound now. So I'm going to press play. Hi guys, Kim here. So that's a little bit long to begin with. So I'm going to cut just maybe a portion of a second out there at the beginning. So to do that, what I'm going to do is, you see that little finger that comes up? I take that little
Mhm.
finger, hold the mouse down and drag it across from the beginning, go up to edit and go up to cut. I'm just going to cut that little bit out. Hi guys,
That's
Kim
easy.
here. I wanted to talk about Kahu, which is the Hawaiian name for someone that has a pet. It's the Hawaiian name for the relationship. So that Anne and that Sai can go. So that was for nothing. They do not consider themselves owners of the animals. They consider themselves as guardians. And the Kahu relationship is a joint relationship. So it's like the choice on both parts to take this part of the journey. So I sniffed there. So I'm going to cut that out. So just highlight that bit and cut. Or to go on this part of the journey with each other. The other day, I was watching a friend of mine with her dog, and I said to her that essentially her dog was a closer companion to her than even to her family, because they're there with you all the time. Well, she's a stay-at-home person because she's not very well, but the dog was just permanently next to her. Is always permanently next to her, regardless of whether she's in, out, walking about. Anyway, so I'll just cut that little bit out there. I did repeat a few things there. Normally, I said like in, out. I said that about 3 times there. I'd normally
Hmm.
cut all that out as well, but I'm not going to in this example. So the other thing with the Hawaiians is I'm going to click, I'm going to take out that so. The other thing with the Hawaiians is they've got this lovely energy in language, which one word says so much more than what our society perhaps recognizes. In a similar way, till they depicted the word. Do you remember the word I said? Oh, I see you in that movie Avatar, where they say I. I don't think
You could take that whole bit out where, like, I sort of stayed quiet. You could take that, do you remember the word, the part I said, and just put I see you in if you wanted to. I'm thinking of all the things I'd like to go back and edit in
they
my videos
depicted the word.
now.
Remember the word I said? So do you remember the word I said? That bit.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And then there was maybe just a smidge more.
All right. So they depicted the word. Oh, I see you in that movie Avatar, where they say I. So I.
Take out the O,
So they
because
depicted
it
the
was,
word. Oh, I see you. Oh, I see you. Oh.
take out O, and then it's clean. That's lovely.
Huh? So they depicted the word. I see you in that movie Avatar. So they depicted the word. I see you in that movie Avatar. Ada. I said Ada there.
Hmm.
We Avatar. We Avatar. It's really hard to edit this bit because you sometimes end up taking something out and then it doesn't sound right at all. But it's
Kim,
just
did
an
we
example.
lose our screen share?
Moved
Where'd you
up
go?
Avatar. Is it still sharing?
There it is. I don't know why it jumped out of my screen.
All right. So that moved up Avatar, where they say I see you, and it sort of incorporates that they see your soul. So Kahu's like that. It's like a intensive relationship. And a Jew, you get rid of that big and
Nice to be able to clean it up
that
like
you've
that.
got. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's kind of
Well, and especially in this world where things have to be done kind of quickly, we're being asked to speak faster, move faster, show faster. And yeah, I do think that there's some advantage to that, but it's really complex. It's a lot of work to create a very short message.
yeah, and it's just an example. And it's I know that we put that one out because that one we made last night, we actually made that as part of a tutorial, but the tutorial ended up getting messed up. So I'm doing another one, but in this one we're going to be making the tutorial itself. So
Well, I know a few people that would really be interested in learning how this is done, and it is quite easy if you just take time. So having a short video that can help to bring people's attention to it is great.
yeah, all right. So we're 1 minute 37. Okay, I'll carry on. A duty of care that you've got with that animal that you've entered into a soul relationship, a soul journey with that animal. Well, I said about animal. animal, animal. Yeah, I don't know, I sound drunk. I'm not, but see if that worked. A soul journey with that animal. There you go. See? A soul journey
Hmm.
with that animal. And you're entrusted with their care for that duration of that journey. Big sigh there. Get rid of that. Anyway, that's Kahu. Thanks. Anyway, that's we don't need
Take it out.
take it out. Uh,
Quite easy. Look at that.
Look at that. Anyway, that's Kahu. Thanks for listening. Ta-ta for now. There you go. All right. So what I'm quite happy with that. You can go back, use your slide bar. So it's now 1 minute 50 long, 55 long. Use the slide bar and go all the way back if you want to, but I'm actually completely happy with that. So I'm going to publish it. So with Audacity, what you do is you go to File and you have to export it, and you have to export it as in a format that Canva will accept in their software. And in this case, it's a WAV file. So I'm going to ask it to export as WAV,
Hmm.
and then I'm going to call it Kahu. And I'm going to save it to somewhere that I'm able to, I know where it is. So make sure you know where you're saving it to. I'm going to save it to my audios. I'm going to save it, call it Kahu. Then it's going to come up with this thing here, which is a meta tag data, which asks you for your artist's name so you can actually own it, track title, track number, genre. It's your meta tag thing, but I'm just going to click OK. I mean, one of the things that Ginger and I talk about quite a lot is we're not particularly worried if somebody comes along and steals our content.
That's what it's all about.
Just
It's about sharing ideas, and it's about being tribal. It's about
yeah,
um, finding like-minded people. And if you want to take what we say and run with it, go for it,
yeah,
because that's the point, Kim, is to create a ripple of energy that will
yeah,
hopefully serve all of us.
yeah. And I'm not worried if somebody goes on to make a book out of this that they get $1 million out of, and I get nothing. Then I'm
Yeah.
completely happy because it obviously served a brilliant purpose, and
Well,
it's all
and
energy.
anybody that's going to take this and do that is likely going to put that million to really amazing good use. And
Yeah,
maybe they'll do something that you and I can't dream of,
yeah,
but it's
yeah,
all for the common good. It's all for one,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. And anyway, it's not me in creation. Anyway,
I'll be right back. Carry
okay.
on.
Okay. So I'm going to close Audacity down now because we've got the audio and I don't want to save it. I've already saved it. So I'm now going to go and open up in here. I'm going to open up Canva, which is canva.com. Now I've got access to Canva Pro, which gives me access to better um, photos and better videos in its entirety. But you can actually get this completely free. There's a completely free version of it. Um, but I share my sister's because we make things together. And my sister's canvas called seasonal yoga anyway, so that's what I've logged into. Um, so in Canva, you've got another number of options, but one of the things here that I want to do is I just want to make a video. So I'm just going to go to videos and I'm just going to create a blank video. So create in
Such a
blank.
cool app. It's very, very
And
cool. It's been really interesting exploring this with you.
yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
Pretty
So
limitless. Like I see it growing exponentially.
on the left hand side here are all of the options that you can get into here. But for this particular one we've done, what we're going to do is we're going to upload the audio. So I'm going to go to audio and I'm going to go upload files at the top. And I'm going to locate where that audio file was. So we named it Kahu, didn't we?
That's great.
There it is, Kahu. So that's uploading now. And then whilst that's uploading, what I'm going to do is resize this page to make it so there's a gap at the bottom here. So I can actually open the audio file into VLC Media. It takes a little bit of practice to do this bit. But what I'm going to do is make that little bit at the bottom and make it really skinny. Just so what I'm going to do is bring up the audio file, open the audio file called Kahu. And the reason that I'm doing this is because hi guys, Kim here. I want whatever I'm talking about, I want it to relate to the image of what I'm talking about. So what we're going to do is we're going to listen to the first 20 seconds of this video and find a hone in on what we're talking about. All right. So, and Ginger's going to help me with this. She's going to help me be creative with this. So, yeah, I wanted to talk about Kahu, which is the Hawaiian name for someone that has a pet. It's the Hawaiian name for the relationship. They do not consider themselves owners of the animals. They consider themselves as guardians. And the Kahu relationship is a joint relationship. So it's like it's like the choice on both parts. Oh, sorry. I went too far. I meant to go back to 20. I can't remember what I was listening to intently.
That's okay.
The
I
relationship.
think at this point, you're going to want to search for listen and then go search for like-minded images. Is that where we were? Like, I'm trying to remember what we did yesterday.
I'll basically listen to the first 20 seconds. So we're talking about the relationship of the dog, of the
Right.
person to the dog. So we want some sort of picture of either a picture or a video of
Mm,
somebody playing with a dog.
that sounds like fun.
So now video might be a little bit advanced for this, but we can try. We go to photos and we go playing with dog. Love
That's
that.
adorable. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
right away.
Yeah. Okay. That's me playing with a dog. Or you could kind of have that, but that's a little bit more formal. Anyway, I quite like that. All right. So that particular slide there says 5 seconds, and we wanted it to last 20 seconds. So what we're going to do is we're going to go at the top here and we're going to get it to last 20 seconds. The other thing that I didn't show you last night, right, is we can go externally to here and go 3 videos playing with dog. Now, 3 videos, Pixels does 3 dog videos, right?
Mhm.
But we need to find one without any sound because we're going to be putting sound in this.
Ah.
So like there, right? Let's see this one. Isn't that cute? Okay.
And we were saying they're like a reflection of us, right? And reminding us to be playful. And dogs are amazing teachers.
Okay. So we could do that one, or we could do this one. What's this one? So whenever you use a video, you've got to actually quote in your um comments at the bottom where you got this video from. And
Okay,
just
good idea.
okay, so that's kind of cute. Go back one. Um, not exactly playing, is it?
No,
So these
no,
ones
but
are
dogs are
sponsored.
they're therapy dogs, they're guide dogs, they're just they're protectors, they're working dogs, like they're highly intelligent. People don't always comprehend where a dog's coming from.
All right. Well, for this example, because it could take all day, is I'm going to
Mhm,
do that first one that we found that I can't find now.
mhm.
I've lost it. That first one with that little playful dog.
Is it back on a different page, Kim?
Back, 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 back. Oh,
I
there it
think
is.
it's there.
That was it.
Yeah.
There. Okay. All right. That's cute. All right. I'm going to download that one. Then when I download it, I'm going to put it on the desktop, call it dog video, and I'm going to save the location, a little link. So follow, thanks. Trying to find the link. we'll just use this video, we'll just use this link here. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste that into the bottom of here, which is into my Word document. Just so I've got that, because I'm gonna actually name that person. Sorry. Did it work?
This was very helpful. Great tutorial, Kim.
Oops. Oh, she wanted, it's in the middle of, look where it is in here.
Oh yeah.
I've got to cut it out.
Well, I think I saw the other day where
See?
links are not shareable anymore. You can see the letters, but they'll no longer put up hyperlinks. I'm
Really?
not sure if it was on YouTube or Facebook. I just saw it recently. Yeah. So they're
Okay.
restricting it. I'll
All
just
right.
be a minute.
All right. Well, that's the link to the dog fights of this reflection. So I've actually saved that video, and what I could technically do is now I can go to uploads again, and I can go to videos, which is in the middle here, and I can go to upload files, and it was on the desktop. I saved it to the desktop, and I called it dog video. There you go. So I'm going to upload that. See how long it takes to upload the dog video. So I'm going to wait until that's uploaded, and I'm going to transfer it into here. Depending on how many seconds it is, it takes a lot longer to upload a video. And then we're going to look for a next page. I'm going to fast forward to 20 seconds here, because that was the duration of time that we allocated for that first one. That dog video, I don't know how long it was. When was that? I don't know. We'll just wait for it to upload. And then we want more pictures, more dog-like pictures in the next section. So, oh yeah. I'm just waiting for that to upload so I can insert it in here, but I'm not sure how long it's going to take. And I don't want to confuse everything.
I love that image of the tourist field. Is it
Oh, isn't
like
that
useful here
beautiful?
as we talk about how it's
Isn't that
kind of
beautiful?
part of who we are, right? Like they're in our field of energy.
The
Can
thing
we
I
fit that in the video? Fun.
thing I love about this one, right, is that hold on, try to make it
There's
bigger.
the big
Yeah.
apple or the pumpkin.
And the thing is if you look at this bit here, to me, it looks like a phoenix coming out of the middle here.
Yes, it does. That's us, the
Uh,
phoenix rising. That's
doesn't that
us when we learn
doesn't
to move our energy in a way that's useful to us.
and then it comes right back around and regenerates over and over, but it looks so like a phoenix there in the middle. Can you see
This is
that?
why, yes, and this is why I think food really weighs us down. Like I think food minimally and detoxing is so important so that we can allow that energy to flow just like that. And with that, we allow it's like we step back to the beginning and we let the body become magical again. We let the body become amazing again. Right now, we're interfering with, what am I drinking? What are we doing to it? So we clog it up, especially the lymphatic system. It's all part of the life force energy. Keep the lymph flowing, keep the energy flowing.
All right. So that's going to be the next 20 seconds that's taken up, because that was 3 seconds and that was 17.
Uh-huh.
So what we're going to do is listen to the next 20 seconds and check that the next 20 seconds of the video goes in alignment with that. Okay.
Yes.
A joint relationship. So it's like the choice on both parts to take this part of the journey, or to go on this part of the journey with each other. The other day, I was watching a friend of mine with her dog, and I said to her that essentially her dog was That's a 40-second mark, right? So
Yes.
we got to put another. I know people that tell me off because my video's not got the picture of what it is I'm actually talking about. And they say, it's not right, Kim. It's not right. You have to go back and redo it because it's not the right picture. There you go.
But there's so many pictures, and a picture paints 1,000 words.
I know. So she's talking here about the relationship that one person has with their dog.
Yes.
Okay, we'll see how long she talks here because that at the moment is 5 seconds long. It's a closer companion to her than even to her family because they're there with you all the time. Well, she's a stay-at-home person because she's not very well, but the dog was just permanently next to her. Is always permanently next to her, regardless of whether she's in, out, walk. 20 seconds. But I'm still talking about the same girl, so see how much longer it is. Talking about, anyway, the other thing with, so 23 seconds, no, 21 seconds. But yeah. The Hawaiians is they've got this lovely energy in language, which one word says so much more. How do I depict that? Now again, scrolling at the bottom using the scrolly thing.
Mhm.
So go add a page. How do I depict Hawaiian language saying so much more?
Hawaiian spirit. Search for maybe Hawaiian spirit because it's like it's the language is the spirit. And it's the same for us, really.
How about that?
I love that.
All
That's
right.
kind
So
of cool too.
at any given time, what we're doing is we're looking for pictures that relate to what we're talking about for that
Hmm.
section of the video. Okay. So
Hmm.
now we should be at 1 minute 13 here, and we're not. We're at 1 minute 5. So we need to extend that to. The reason I'm saying we should be at 1 minute 13 is at the bottom left hand side here. In we're at 1 minute 13, but up here we're only at 1 minute and 5.
Hmm.
So to bring that up to 1 minute 13, I need to add 8 seconds to it. And now we're at 1 minute 13, which is where we're at here. Okay.
Hmm.
Then what our society perhaps recognizes in a similar way to they depicted the word I see you in. All right, so I'm going to talk about Avatar, maybe Avatar next, right? So what we're going to do is extend that to maybe 19 seconds.
Hmm.
And then we're going to scroll along the bottom here. And we're going to add another page. And I'm going to see what comes up when I do Avatar, the movie. There you go. Blue person. Beautiful. There you go.
And because it's on Canva, it's all, oh no, I guess you've paid for the right to use that image. I see.
Yeah. 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 So we're going to see how long I talk because it doesn't say she, but I talk about Avatar. So we're
Yes.
starting at 124 up here. So
Mhm.
2 seconds so far. 124. That moves to Avatar, where they say I see you, and it sort of incorporates that they see your soul. So Kahu's like that. It's like a intensive relationship, a duty of care that you've got with that. Right, I've changed subjects again. So to 138 maybe. So
Yes.
124 to 138 would be 14 seconds. So I'm going to click on that video, go to the 5 at the top and use this slider bar to extend that to 14 seconds. Okay. Then we're
Mhm.
going to move this slider bar along a bit because I know I changed subjects there at 138. So whatever I'm saying next, that animal that you've entered into a soul relationship, a soul journey with that animal. and you're entrusted with their care for that duration of that journey. Anyway, that's Kahu. Thanks for listening. Ta-ta for now. So, some sort of soul relationship. How do you depict a soul relationship? Um, soul relationship like that.
Oh, I like that. That's very cool. A soul relationship. Hmm, it's an energy field again to me. It's a recognition of energy. It resonates.
Yeah. So I'm going to extend that one because it was at 138 here, but that video actually ran to 154. So I'm going to extend that until it reaches at 154. And that's going to be the end of my video. Now, 153, 154. You see how 154 here? Now,
Yes,
we've not given it a title. It's a good idea if we give this a title. So we're going to call it Kahu the dog, or even the Doug, because that's the Scottish word for dog. Kahu the dog.
that's cool.
Okay. So now what we want to, you've got a number of choices here at this point. You've made your video, right?
Mhm.
What you can do is you can play your video and see if it actually worked. In this case, we're going to close this one down. Again, maximize that one. Shall we play it? It's only 2 minutes long.
Yes.
Okay.
See if it fits.
Oh no, we haven't put any sound on it yet. Whoops,
Oh,
my bad. So what we've got to do is use the scroll at the bottom here, and you need to take that right to the beginning. And you need to click on the beginning here, and it's got to have that little, you see that little black thing, that little black
mhm.
arrow, it's got to be there in order for this to work. And we've got to go back to uploads, and we've got to go back to audio, and we're going to pick up Kahu, and we've got to drop it into place where that little black triangle is, and that
Because
drops the audio in.
the audio file that we were working with was Audacity's, right? Like you
Yeah,
had a separate screen open. So now
yeah.
this is the file that you can pick up in Canva. It's all there because it's accessing your drive, right?
Because we uploaded it
Yeah,
to Canva. So Canva now, that's a little bit tricky to do that,
yeah.
but you see how you got to remember to bring that back to the start. And if by any chance you mess up, you just press this little back arrow here, and it'll take you back to where you started from.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're gonna watch it.
Theoretically, that works.
Hi guys, Kim here. I wanted to talk about Kahu, which is the Hawaiian name for someone that has a pet. It's the Hawaiian name for the relationship. They do not consider themselves owners of the animals, they consider themselves as guardians. And the Kahu relationship is a joint relationship, so it's like the choice on both parts to take this part of the journey or to go on this part of the journey with each other. Um, the other day, I was watching a friend of mine with her dog, and I said to her that essentially her dog was a closer companion to her than even to her family, because they're there with you all the time. Well, she's a stay-at-home person because she's not very well, but the dog was just permanently next to her. Is always permanently next to her, regardless of whether she's in, out, walking about. Anyway, the other thing with the Hawaiians is they've got this lovely energy in language, which one word says so much more than what our society perhaps recognizes. In a similar way to they depicted the word I see you in that movie Avatar, where they say I see you, and it sort of incorporates that they see your soul. So Kahu's like that. It's like a intensive relationship, a duty of care that you've got with that animal, that you've entered into a soul relationship, a soul journey with that animal. and you're entrusted with their care for that duration of that journey. Anyway, that's Kahu. Thanks for listening. Ta-da for now. Okay.
Very cool, Ken.
All right. So we're all happy with that, right? So what we're
Yeah.
going to do now is we're going to share it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move the picture of us out of the way to do that. So I'm going to go to share, and I'm going to drop down, and I'm going to go to download. And what it's going to do is I'm going to go to download again, and it's going to save that little video. Now it probably won't take very long to save it, because it's just it's only 2 minutes long or something. And one of the things that Ginger and I have been sort of working on is doing much shorter videos, doing some like just really short snippets of pulling out gems of things that we might talk about this 2 minutes long, or so, and then doing them in that format where we do short, what they call a video, a short, which is like
Well, I was inspired to actually record a few snippets, and I can edit some of the little recordings that I took, so we can work on that.
okay,
Because it requires you to hold the phone upright, and that's part of the challenge of making a short is that you just have to have the right. I don't know if there's a special app that you have to use
uh,
to get your focus, but yeah.
right,
And anyway, I thought that might be fun to try a little video of our tutorial as we learn something new and we share something that, thank you, Kim. This has been really helpful to me.
okay, I'm
I
gonna
spent quite a
share.
bit of time with it yesterday. I was very inspired. And I know others that are anxious to do more and they just, they've been a little repelled by this realm and they, have so much to teach and anything that we can do to make this easier,
uh,
to get in. If we're going to have this matrix of internet and social media, if this is where we are, then let's bring something really wonderful to it. Let's
Exactly.
flood it. Let's flood it with light. Let's flood it with good
Hi
vibes.
guys, Kim here. I wanted to talk about Kahu, which is the Hawaiian name for someone that has a pensive relationship. Okay, you don't need to watch it all again because we already watched it once. So, there's the completed video, right? Kahu the dog.
Yeah.
So, what we'd normally do at that point is go to our already made YouTube channel. We would go to my channel. You go into your own channel, obviously, not into my channel. And
Yes.
then you would go into manage videos. And then you'd go into create, upload video. I'm going to select the file. And I'd put it on the desktop, and it was called Kahu the dog. And there it is, Kahu the dog. And then
And we need a little picture for it.
we need a little picture for it. So we give
Or
Kahu the
thumbnail.
dog. And what's the description? Then we're going to write like a brief description, right? So we're going to say, Kahu the dog is about the Hawaiian, oh, Hawaiian, I think that's right. Spell checker on that. Hairpin. That's not what I was
Jeez.
trying to say. Hawaiian. Hawaiian? Isn't that wrong? There you go. HAWAIIAN. So you're
I
back
think
to
that's what
here.
you have.
HAWAIIAN.
AIIN. Yeah,
About a
that's it.
Hawaiian word for the relationship one has with one's pet. And
Brilliant.
that's enough. So, thumbnail, well, we're going to upload a thumbnail. What we want for the thumbnail is a fabulous picture of a dog, right?
Mhm.
So, if we go to something like Pexels, which is just free images, go Pexels, free images, download. Go in here. Oh, we've got to put that link in as well, mentioning that person that made that cute little video.
Oh,
So
yes.
dog. So we want an absolutely fantastic picture of a dog. So
They're all great. You can't go wrong.
you can't go wrong, can you?
No, you can't.
Look at that. Three kisses. Look at that.
Absolutely adorable. Love it. Oh, gosh.
You tell me which one because I love them all.
I'm having the same issue. Oh my gosh, look at them all. They're all so cute. I could be here for days.
I know. Just look at the pre. We
Gosh.
just sit here and look at the pre-dog pics, and I'll just be happy.
Oh, I like that one. Oh, and that one. I
Which
like the
one?
ones in nature. The ones in nature, I
You
think,
want
are
that
really
one?
speaking to me. Yeah,
All
either
right, we'll
one.
try that one.
Yeah.
All right, and we've got to say thank you to this person. Oh,
Yes.
okay. So let's gotta move this around again. You know what's going to
Uh,
happen here, don't you? It's going to be too big to upload it, but it's on the desktop and it's for the what's it? Thumbnail dog. Okay. And I've got to take that. So that's the link to name. So we've got in here, we've got to say um thanks for the image on the video. And the other one was for the yeah, I put it in here, didn't I put it in there. Let me copy that. And I'm gonna put that in there. There you go. And that's thanks for the little video we embedded. Oh, I'll be in America.
and it's nice to be able to find out where this comes from also. I think it's really great that you take the time and I do feel it's important to recognize the
Yeah,
people that,
too big.
are identifying with these images.
Just leave it as that one.
Mhm.
Okay. No, it's not made for kids. If you say yes, it's made for kids, it'll take you into no man's land of um
Blocking,
mm,
censorship.
mm,
Is that
mm,
allowed?
up to you, but it just makes it complicated. So I don't
Yes.
make it that
Mhm.
way.
Which is good. I mean, we want our children safe from certain things, I think,
Yeah.
but better yet, let's just monitor them while they're using it.
So I'm just gonna go public because I want everybody to be able to see it. And I'm gonna say publish it. Yeah. So and that's it from World to Go. Oh yeah. Well, we're gonna have to also save this video, and then we're gonna have to put all of the links in this video of like the programs that I use and things like external things like Canva
Oh,
and
yes.
where I got the pictures from and that type of thing.
Yes.
But
So
we'll
there's
do.
more work to do. And, you think it's only a 2-minute video and it doesn't take much effort, but like
Yeah.
this is very insightful, Kim.
Okay.
That's
Cool.
great. Really helpful.
All
Yeah.
right. So is there any other questions you've got before I end this session? Because
Do you
I'm
feel
gonna
like there's anything else that we need to, should we watch a little further or is that's pretty much it? Just finish giving credit where credit's due and that's all there is then. And then
okay.
you're published. You're published and you've gotten to, you don't have to speak it. You can type in words, I'm sure. You can probably avoid all of that and just let the video flow. But knowing how to do that is step one. That's really helpful.
Okay. So it's just a little, I don't know, it's just something we talked about and talked about sharing how you do that in case anybody else wants to be able to do that. And like I said, please feel free to comment below and put your link to your video and we're gonna have a look at it. And it doesn't matter how bad it is or it's just having fun and learning
Yeah,
to
maybe
express
you've got
yourself
your
and
own music, your own wave file. Who
yeah,
knows?
yeah,
Yeah, we'd love to hear it, see it.
yeah. Okay. I'm gonna cut it off there. Thanks for
Fun. Thanks,
listening.
Kim.
See
Thank
ya.
you.
Bye.
Bye.